Welcome to Your Fitness Chick podcast. Become your best self. I'm a fitness coach spreading positivity to navigate you to fitness, growth, and transformation. Hey, I'm your host, Abby Smiley-Krause. I am a fitness enthusiast, a huge dog lover, especially to my babies, Gigi and Layla. And I am so passionate about this amazing thing that we call life. In this podcast, I'll be covering topics to improve your fitness, mindset, and well-being. Topics such as longevity, meal prepping, overcoming mindset obstacles, nutrition, and of course, everyone's favorite, weight loss. I'm here to help inspire, uplift, educate, and motivate you to become your best self. Join me here every Tuesday for a fresh episode. Welcome to the Your Fitness Chick podcast. Become your best self. I'm your host and your fitness chick, Abby Smiley-Krause, and today I am solo, and I wanted to do that intentionally because, man, you guys, I'm fired up about today's episode. Today I'm going to be talking about nutrition, and I'm a little frustrated right now with a lot of the people that I'm coming across, so I'm going to try and be nice, but I'm going to tell you this raw and real. This episode is going to be raw and real. And some of it may hit you in some spots that you may not like, and that's okay. But most likely, if you're hearing it and it irritates you a little bit, it's probably because you know I'm waking up the part of you that knows it needs to be changed. So let's talk about nutrition. First of all, there's actually three things you need to do immediately. The first thing is you need to stop lying to yourself. You need to stop lying to yourself about what you're eating and what you're doing if you think you're living a healthy life. I want you to really just stop and think about how you feel when you get out of bed. I want you to think about how you feel mid-afternoon, and I want you to think about how you feel when you're getting into bed. If you are feeling exhausted, worn out, if you're taking something to stay awake, if you're taking something to go to sleep, most likely a lot of the challenge could be rooted with the decisions that you're making with your nutrition. So that's number one. You need to stop lying to yourself. Number two, you need to quit doing stupid shit. Period. I've watched in the last month, at least 5 people I can tell you that are complaining quite periodically about their weight and the frustration that they have with it. Yet I literally see some of these people quite a few times a week shoving shit in their mouth. And you know what? Listen, everything in moderation. We can have fun and, with food, that's why I teach you how to track macros, which I'm going to go to at the end of this episode. But if you're constantly complaining about how you feel and your weight and you're like saying that while you're shoving donuts in your mouth, well, let's quit doing stupid shit. Number 3, KISS. We need to keep it stupid simple. That's it. Listen, there's so many fitness influencers, gurus out there that are saying, no, do it this way. No, don't do it this way. Do it this way, that it can become overwhelming. But listen, at the end of the day, keep it stupid simple with what you're putting in your mouth. That's why they always say, shop the outskirts of the grocery store. That's where all the unboxed, unprocessed stuff is. That's where you're going to find your eggs, your yogurt, your proteins, like your meat department, your fruits, your vegetables, all that stuff. So those are the 3 things, you guys, that we need to start doing immediately. We need to quit lying to ourselves. We need to quit doing stupid shit, and we need to keep it stupid simple. Okay. So let's first re-rack and come back down. So listen, if you're past the age of 35, it's time to really understand the importance of good nutrition in your daily life. When you're younger, you can get away with not eating as healthy, although it's still not a good idea. But as we age, it's more important than ever to supply and fuel your body with good nutrition. So many of the diseases that are killing people are at our own hands. And sometimes it takes a shake awake by going to the doctor. Like I recently had somebody I know that was having cataract surgery, and they had to have blood work done. It came back that they had pre-diabetes or diabetes and wanted to put them on diabetic medication. They're lighting up my phone going, oh my God, I got to lose weight. Well, no shit. I mean, I don't mean to sound mean, but they knew they needed to lose weight. But the thing is, you guys, we have to understand that what we're doing today is going to affect your tomorrow. Period. End of story. So if you are tired of being tired, if you're tired of not feeling good, if you're tired of not being able to wear certain clothes, if you don't feel good about yourself, then stop and ask yourself, what are you really doing to help yourself? And if you're trying things and it's not working, well, then maybe it's time to hire a professional that can help you. So my intention today is to shake you awake, to help you understand the importance of nutrition, and maybe, if anything else, just be a refresher to set you back on course. Okay? So you can go to the gym 5 days a week. You can bust ass at the gym. You can sweat like a mother. But if you're going home and shoving shit in your mouth, you're not going to reach the goals that you're looking for. It's so important to fuel your body. So before you tell me you don't have time or you just are so busy, I want you to go on your phone and I want you to track how much time you're spending on social media. If you're spending 2 hours or more a day, which most people are, you have time. As you're meal prepping, I don't care if you have 5 kids, no kids, live by yourself, have 3 husbands, 1 on the side, whatever. If it becomes a priority in your life, you find time. So is it easier for some people? Yes. But where there's a will, there's a way. People don't plan to fail. They fail to plan. So you need to know that if you want change, you have to make changes. So you have to meal prep. You have to plan ahead. You have to grocery shop probably more than once a week, because to buy fresh fruits and vegetables, that's what we got to do. And you just got to understand that you're going to have to do some movement. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable at first, but it's going to be okay. All right, so let's dive in. How do you get started? Okay, so the first thing that I would encourage you to do is to track your macronutrients. So let's talk about macronutrients. Macronutrients are the essentials that your body needs to just keep the lights on, to be able to breathe. And the macronutrients are the main macronutrients that I'm going to be referring to are your protein, your fat, and your carbohydrates. I've talked about this many times on my Facebook Lives, on Facebook, on my other social media platforms, but I'm going to address them again right here. So before I dive in and break down and peel away at the different macronutrients, to track your food, which is essentially what I'm referring to, is you can, if you're old school, write it down. Write down every single thing that you eat and you drink for a week. Every single thing. Every single thing. Every little drink of juice, every little nibble, every little graze. Don't change it because you know you're being held accountable by writing it down. Eat it exactly as you always would. That's what I would encourage you to do. The other thing is you can also track your food in different apps like my Fitness Pal. The Your Fitness Chick app is obviously great. I think there's even a thing called the Daily Plate. There's several apps. If you just go into your Play Store on whatever phone you have, you're going to be able to find an app that allows you to track your food. So the reason why you want to track your food is whenever I have new clients come on board with me, I always have them give me a 3-day food log. And to be honest, most people don't realize how much food they're eating, or they don't realize how much food they're not eating. They're either overeating or they're undereating. And all across the board, they're definitely always deficient in nutrition, because listen, it's not counting calories. It's making the calories count. We're looking to have as much nutrient dense food as we can to fuel our body at its most optimum level. So I would definitely say, let's start tracking your food just to see. You might be really surprised when you start looking at it. So definitely you can't address accountability if you're not making yourself accountable. So write down your food, track it in an app. I'm going to tell you about my macro challenge at the end of this episode that allows you to do that. Okay. So let's talk about the different macronutrients. So we need protein, you guys. Protein should be your main heartbeat of all of your meals. Protein is the most thermodynamic of all the macronutrients. What that means is it's going to take your body more energy to metabolize and to digest and to break down protein. So it's making your body burn more energy. That's a good thing. We like that. Number 2, protein is the most satiating of the 3 macronutrients. That means it's going to make you feel the most full. So if you're trying to lose weight, the thing is, listen, you guys, you don't have to starve. You do not have to starve. In fact, most of my clients, when I do their nutrition, if they sign up for my nutrition program, they can't believe how much food they're eating. And they're almost like they can't even do it at first. And then they're losing weight and they're like mind blown. So, protein is going to be the main thing. It's going to make you full. It's going to make you feel the most satiated. So you want to make protein the main heartbeat of each meal. Now listen, what I encourage you to do is to consume 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, or 1 gram of protein per goal weight. Okay. So for example, let's take somebody who wants to be at 150 or who is at 150, and we're going to shoot for 150 grams of protein per day. That may sound like a lot at first, okay? So you need to ask yourself, how many times a day does my lifestyle allow me to eat? Okay, so let's say you're going to do 3 meals and 2 snacks. Obviously, that's 5 different feedings. So if you're going to do 150 grams per day divided by 5, that means you need to do about 30 grams of protein per meal or per snack. That way it's going to be nice and spread out throughout the day. You'll be able to keep that pace up, and you'll, at the end of the day, have achieved your protein goal. Now, with protein, where do we get protein? There's lots of great options. There's more so than ever, especially for vegetarians even, that are available for you. So my favorite go-tos, I love eggs. I do mostly egg whites every day. I'm doing something different though. I'm competing, so I know I'm a little extreme, but I do egg whites and 1 whole egg. So I do 4 egg whites, 1 whole egg every single day. So egg whites and eggs are good for you. Now you got to watch if you're paying attention to cholesterol with the yolks, but the yolk does definitely have a lot of health benefits to it. So eggs. We have fish, salmon being my favorite for seafood choice because of the omega fatty acids, the good fats, along with the protein that it provides you. Greek yogurt. Make sure that you're looking at the labels when you're at the store, you guys. A lot of those Greek yogurts, you think they're healthy, but if you turn around and look, man, they've got a shit ton of sugar in them. So I like to get the plain Greek yogurt and then just put in fresh fruit, and stuff like that to sweeten it up. And that way you're not getting just pure sugar. So I like plain Greek yogurt. Obviously lean meats. So I love personally lean ground beef, ground turkey breast, ground chicken breast. You can do pork. I like to promote organic if you can. And those are some great lean meat sources. Other sources of protein, of course, you can supplement with protein bars, protein powders. You want to look for whey isolate. That's going to be the best format of protein for you. And it should not make up the majority of your protein per day. So don't think I can just do 4 or 5 protein drinks and then I'll be good. Adequate nutrition. You get a lot of different amino acids and things like that with different protein sources. So we don't want to lock into just doing man-made protein sources like protein powder and protein bars. They can definitely serve a purpose. I definitely endorse them, but you don't want them to be the majority of your protein intake per day. So those are just a few ideas with your protein. Cottage cheese is also another great resource. That's kind of a trending thing right now on Pinterest. Man, they've got all kinds of really great recipes with cottage cheese. So those are going to be good protein sources. So we want to shoot for 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight or per pound of goal weight. Okay. The next is carbohydrates. Carbohydrates have gotten a bad rap in the past. I know I used to have carb phobia. I've talked about that before, but we need carbs, you guys. Carbs are going to be our fruits, our vegetables, our whole grains. our sweet potatoes, our quinoa, good sources of grains that are going to give us good fiber sources, help to also keep us full, and definitely give us energy. So carbohydrates, we want to definitely consume those. Fats is the other macronutrient. So fats are an important part of your nutritional program. They help to balance your hormones, and so much more. And we need them for our brain function, all kinds of different things. Obviously, we need fat to protect our organs. So you need to ingest healthy fats. So some good fat sources, obviously the salmon I already mentioned, olive oil, avocado, nuts, flax. Those are all good sources of healthy fats. So keeping in mind as you are consuming your protein, your carbohydrates, and your fats, keep in mind that each is 4 calories. Each gram of carbohydrate is 4 calories, and each gram of fat is 9 calories. So that's where it gets you. So just so that you're aware, the fats stack higher in calorie content, and that's why that should be the lowest amount of the macronutrients that you're consuming on a daily basis. So what happens when you track your macronutrients? Obviously, as we've already discussed, you're going to be held accountable. You're going to probably have a little bit of an awakening moment by realizing either you're eating too much or you're not eating enough. But inevitably, when you start tracking your macronutrients and are intentionally eating, inevitably you will lose weight. And that's just the bonus part, because all these other things are going to trickle in. When you start eating healthy, you're going to have more energy. You're going to sleep better. You're going to have more stabilization with your blood sugar. You're going to help balance your hormones better. You're going to have better sex because you can actually move. Okay. You're just going to have more confidence. You're going to feel better about yourself because you have more control of your life. There's a lot of things in this life we can't have control over certain things, but over what you're putting in your mouth, 100%, it's all you. So you do have that control, and that does give you some self-satisfaction and also improves your mindset. So there's a lot of very positive things that will fall into place when you start intentionally eating. Okay. Mindful eating. So now that I have your attention with the need to pay attention to your nutrition, you might be asking yourself, well, where do I start? That's where I'm here to help you. I just launched my macro challenge about a week ago. And the macro challenge, you can read more by going to www.yourfitnesscheck.com. You can go to my plans. It's up at the very, very top. It's a 28-day challenge that teaches you everything you need to know. First and foremost, there's a how-to guide. There's a success guide. There's a cooking video on how to meal prep. There's a macro worksheet. So you're going to be able to plug in your own personal information, and it's going to compute out for you the amount of protein, carbohydrates, and fats that you should be eating on an everyday basis. It has recipes in it. You'll be getting daily coaching emails from yours truly. You can also join the Your Fitness Chick group page on Facebook, and I post on there daily to kind of hold your hand and guide you through. And the cost of the program is $139. And if you break that down, that's $4.96 a day. And I don't want to sound cheesy and salesperson-like, but to be honest, come on, you guys. If what you're doing isn't working, if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, if you've gone on the diet roller coaster for the millionth time, here we are in February. If you had a New Year resolution, you were like, this year is it, and here we are. February is basically over. And if you're not moving closer to your goal, then it's time for you to take action to help yourself. I'm here to help you. I'm a personal trainer. I'm a certified nutritionist. I'm a strength and conditioning coach. And I also have a Bachelor of Science in Alternative Medicine. Do I know everything? No. But I have been working out for over 30 years, and I understand how the body works. Are there a million methods to the madness? Yes. But does this work? Yes. So I would really encourage you to check that program out. It's going to have so much helpful information. It teaches you how much water you should drink. It even talks about sleeping and so much more. So lots of time was put into this program, and I know for certain it can be of great benefit for you. So it's geared towards women, but men definitely could benefit from it as well. So please make sure that you check it out. If you need more help than just that, you might want to look at my other programs. I also design on my Your Fitness Check app, your workouts and specific nutrition. So if you want specifics made just for you, every Tuesday I upload on the app customized workout programs and nutritional programs for each and every single one of my clients. So it's not like a typical app. So it's definitely a tailored to you for your success formula that works. So I hope all that information is helpful. I hope you at least took something away. You guys, you do have control over your health. It's time to take those reins back so that you can live the quality of life that you deserve. People are living longer. The longevity is there, but you want to make sure that you have a good quality of life. And the only way that you can ensure that you're doing that is by being proactive about what you're doing today. So thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Your Fitness Chick podcast. As always, I'm here to inspire, uplift, educate, and motivate you to become your best self. Hey, it's Abby, your fitness chick. Thanks for checking out today's episode. With your continued support, I can keep creating inspiring episodes just like this one. So be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. To stay motivated all week long, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. The links for those can be found in the show notes. Check out my website by visiting www.yourfitnesschick.com. And I'd like to thank my production company, Coraggio Media, but most of all you, my listeners, for helping to inspire me each and every day. I'll see you on the next episode.